Welcome to downtown Detroit and welcome inside Ford Field. Tonight, a pair of NFC foes squaring off. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the run back of the 27. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. He's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. They gain 11 on that play. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco.
Kind of seems to me like somebody was just kind of waiting for prime time. Brought his best out with the very first carry and's got us off and running.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Going to the ground again on first. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Slot man motioned over. Play action now with Purdy. Reeled in by George Kittle. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. First down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
1st and 10 now. Here's Purdy. That's Cox. Again, it's Kittle. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series. And then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. Escapes the defender. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now Ryan Lyons just about ready. First and 10. Play action, Mahomes. Taken in by Williams outright. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
First give on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And that's not what the offense started about. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Third down, it's Mahomes. Ooh, and almost an opening drop pick, but he couldn't hang on. He dropped it. So the potential turnover winds up on the ground. Does, though, bring up fourth down. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from a deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. San Francisco headed out for its second possession of the game. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with a home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, you start to murmur, and you might even hear a few birds.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. So the officials are officially on board tonight. For the first time, a flag flies. Somebody moved early. Tough false start penalty. Now 8 to go on 2nd down. Running it after the penalty. He dodged the tackle. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
On the counter, McCaffrey. And the defense getting a little revenge after that last play, huh? This time, they don't even let him get back to the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who've got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. It's caught left side by Hill. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives the 49ers the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. And they just get the play off. Completed over the middle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. We've got the 49ers in front. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Time to get the second quarter going. The 49ers set up inside the red zone. On second down, here's McCaffrey. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
On 3rd down, Purdy. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Piniero's kick is good. It sails right through. A beautifully placed football.
2 drives and both of them ending in points. You don't even mind you only got a field goal there, Kate. They got to be ecstatic, exactly the way they wanted to start this one.
Eddie Piñeiro sets
now
the
Piñeiro
kickoff.
on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Oh, he put him in the spin cycle. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Detroit getting its offense set for their second drive. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. We'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you could do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
That throw finds Jamar Chase. And how about this, Brock? They gain 11 on second down. Nice work to claw some back. They make it 3rd and short.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field and tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Going for it on their own side, Brock. Okay, bold call, but they only need a yard. They're going for it with Mahomes. He's got it. Did he get the feet in on fourth down? Did he get it? No, they're saying he didn't get both feet in. Incomplete on fourth down. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on downs. All set to go now from the 35. Purdy on the play action. On it, and he nearly picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's second down.
Okay, it just kind of feels like they met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Second down, they're going to the option. Free inside the 30. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. And no surprise here, they declined the flag because the play got a first down, so they're going to happily let it stand. They'll run here following the penalty. He was descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. It was Chris Jones, an All-Pro each of the last 3 seasons, who took him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. Shoots away from one. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. McCaffrey. Escape, and he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The 49ers make it a 16-point ball game. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs then, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
All right, Lions just about ready. First and 10. Here's Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
To Jamar Chase. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. First down throw, Mahomes. Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Jack Fox on the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And the fair catch made here at the 15. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
From the gun is Purdy. His pass caught by Nakua. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. Here comes the offense for Detroit to begin the second half. And that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle. It's St. Brown. And this is brought to a stop up at, let's say, the 34-yard line there. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Lions have a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes has it downfield. It's Chase. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And that is good for Detroit first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's just going to hook this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan and haul in a heck of a souvenir.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, there was just nowhere to go with it.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Another throw for Mahomes. And again, it's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions. It made this 3rd down.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. Just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Throwing again, Mahomes. To the right side and reeled in by Chase. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
On fourth down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. From the right hash, 55 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And their opening drive does something they couldn't do in the first half, partner. Gets them on the scoreboard.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here's Tyreek Hill. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here come the 49ers on offense. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. That's 16 on the pickup. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this is going to take them off and across midfield there at the opposing 45. It's a gain of 12 on that one, and that gives the 49ers the first.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
First down, they go back to McCaffrey. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? He can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Gobbled up on the right side, that's Ayuk. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Offense getting set. Here's first and 10. Looking to throw, Purdy. He completes it in traffic. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Quick slant taken in by Nakua. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Nakua, the receiver, in motion right. McCaffrey running between the tackles. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Working now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Can't convert on third. That's to the ground and incomplete. Couldn't connect with Puka Nacua. And that brings up 4th and long.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
A 32-yard attempt.
Piniero's kick is good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Now Piniero on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Lions offense returning to the field. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but just nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this third quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
And he's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to be the final play of the quarter. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Mahomes. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him 5 on the play. And the Lions have a first down.
Kid, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. He picks up 15 on the play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
They gain 11 on that play, and the Lions have a first down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Again, Mahomes to throw. Right back to Chase.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
29-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back to the air, Mahomes. He's going to tuck it and run. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Taken in by Chase, left side. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now. They need 7. Gibbs now from the gun. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
To the air, Mahomes. This gets the first and more. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Lions get it back to within 2 possessions. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown.
Hey, Kate, that play, I don't think it started out as a touchdown run. I think he was thinking first down, but all of a sudden, a little bit of space opened up, those afterburners kicked in, and he made himself and his team a phenomenal play.
Point after up and good from Bates. And the Lions cut the lead down to 10.
Lions 10.
With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And the 49ers are able to cover the kick. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
Completed over the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Now the Lions calling the timeouts. They're first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Second and 6 coming up here. A run with McCaffrey. And 2 yards all he can get. It's 3rd down. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
3rd and 4.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Going run again with McCaffrey. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, San Francisco.
First down now, ball at the 33. They stick with McCaffrey. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Back to McCaffrey on second down. He will have the first down there for the 49ers. And that should do it, Brock. They can take down this win.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Design quarterback run here. So it's a win for the visiting 49ers. Man, this one is gonna sting, partner. You pride yourself on defending your building, getting those home victories. Instead, you end up taking a bitter pill today in front of your own fans.
Well, as one coach famously said, we're on to Cincinnati. We're on to Cincinnati. That's all these guys could do after giving one up at home. Just look ahead to the next game. Focus on prepping for the next opponent and working your tail off, and make up for losing in front of the home crowd by giving your fans something to cheer about the next time out.
So for Brock Huard, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.
Be in the game. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And look at this, right away a loose football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. His short throw caught by Goddard. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
6. That's good for an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to him. Hey, you guys got to...
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. That's big Cameron Hayward adding another sack to his career total.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Now Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Now the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Henry up the middle. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. We're scoreless after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Well, Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. Kicking into a headwind here in the 2nd quarter. And his kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3 zip. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
Back to it now after the made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. A beautiful fake. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards for number 11. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Mahomes quickly complete out wide. 7 yards there on a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now, this guy can be everywhere. Kyle Hamilton getting there to drop him for a loss. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep...
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Bigsby. Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 8. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Mahomes to throw once more. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Pass complete there to McCoy. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Less than a yard.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. That is caught. Touchdown. Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill. And the Eagles take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the 1st down, forget about that. They got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raven offense going to take over late in this 1st half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the 1st half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Throwing is Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he works free. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive linemen. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
And that'll be caught by St. Brown. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At their 48-yard line.
Now 2nd and 3. Jackson. Check down here for Henry. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
42-yard line.
Second down and 3. Jackson now. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And Jackson throwing once more. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And that is no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game. Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set to start this 3rd quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come, their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
On the jet sweep, here's Chase. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Ja'Marr Chase, 33 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting as part of this game? The head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Fighting his way through contact. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just letting heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now here's Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
In motion left, Hill. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. This short throw caught by Goddard. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on him man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32.
They'll start with a give to Henry.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
Here's Jackson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. He completes it to Henry.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Throw left side complete to Chase.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
47-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on Monday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
2nd down and 6 now.
It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
He will find his man Chase complete.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now they go screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
To throw again is Jackson.
Quick slant caught by Chase.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. He's got a man. It's his fullback. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Play action. It's Jackson.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target of the 2nd half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Jackson will throw again.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that will lead to a 3rd and goal. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And this one is right through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Shifts by him. Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down by 6. 2:19 to play. They'll have 2 timeouts and, of course, also the 2-minute warning as they go to work on first down. Mahomes now to throw. That one complete to Hill. Loose inside the 30. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. That is a dangerous combination right there as we are learning quickly. Mahomes to Hill.
And think about the number of ways that they are dangerous, because Hill can run past anyone, so he can throw it all the way downfield to him. But also on the shorter catches, as we saw here, catch it underneath, catch it in front of someone, he makes a move or uses his speed, and he's still gone. Either way, he can go the distance.
And either way, good luck. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now it's the Ravens' turn. Trailing by a point. 2:06 to play. They'll have one play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. Play action. Now Jackson. Going for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Jackson. Connecting with Andrews.
It drives some people crazy to see their short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
At their 48-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. Inside handoff. Henry. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Baltimore.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And that's called in by St. Brown over the middle. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Ravens.
Here's 1st down. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
3rd and long.
Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down. Throwing, Jackson. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Back to it now after the made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So now it's the Eagles' turn, trailing by 2 after the made field goal. A little under 50 seconds to go. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on 1st down. Mahomes will do it himself. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Now this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, a break. 1st and 5. Mahomes to throw it. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Philadelphia, good night, everybody.